actually. No, I don't want that. Good. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Whether you're watching this live or the video after the fact, I'm going to rerun through the entire slate. I got some props to throw in. I want to talk some futures bets that I think have substantial value for you guys. And I got some picks that I'm going to change. Obviously, I give you guys the normal rundown there early in the week. Monday, Tuesday, whenever my videos typically come out on a weekly basis. Those are my initial thoughts. Sometimes things change, markets develop, injuries, whatever. Weather is playing a factor into some of these picks now. So I have a couple of picks I'm going to change. So I'm going to rerun down the whole slate with you guys, get you updated picks, props, futures bets, maybe talk a little college football. Yeah, let's get to it, man. Definitely drop a like on the video. You guys got my previous NFL video, the week 15 NFL video, whatever you guys want to call it. You guys got that video to 100 likes, so I did put a premium pick there. I just want to get to these games, guys. I got that premium pick in the comment section, though. Be sure to check that out. I think that's going to be a winner. If you get today's video to 100 likes or 200 likes or whatever, I'll put another one in the comment section. So definitely hit that thumbs up button. Let's do it, man. Let's get you guys some updated picks here for week 15. I got Outlier pulled up as well. We'll run over some data and some stuff. But let's just start here. And I guess we can start right here with a game that actually finalized earlier tonight. I told you guys the Falcons. Now, my prediction was a close loss, not a close win. But nice to see a sharp side actually come through. Imagine that, because for the past couple weeks, man, the squares, the public, the real easy, obvious bets, man, they've been cashing at such a high rate. Buffalo at home over Cincy, the Texans, a great defense versus a Chiefs team that can't do anything. What an easy bet. So, you know what? That stuff only lasts so long. A couple of the weeks out of the year, sure, it's going to kind of go that way. This is a good sign. 1-for-1 with my pick there on the Atlanta Falcons. And I think it's just going to be one of those weeks. I think it's going to be one of those weeks, guys, where I just seem to get a lot of stuff right. Real friendly reminder here before we jump into this Buffalo game. If you're on the premium text list this week for NFL, this is the most bets I've ever sent. I have really big ones. I have some plus money wagers. I got some ladders, not ladder challenges, but like ladder wagers at plus money in single games. I have so much more coming over just the next 48 hours. This is the biggest week ever, man. I really like these games. I like so many of these games. I'm going to bet so many of these games. If you're on the text list, I'm sending a ton of stuff out in addition to what's already been sent. And there's already been so much stuff sent. So consider jumping on the text list. But Bills and Patriots, man. I get it. It's hard to beat a team twice. I just don't think Buffalo's good. We see a lot of Buffalo money. I'm going to take 2 points with the Patriots. I can't remember exactly what I said in my picks video. I know the over is very popular in this game. I don't know. I think the weather is going to be kind of nasty. And it does worry me a little bit, the weather. If it's a Josh Allen, James Cook combination game, running it on the ground, yeah, that's going to help the Bills a lot. And I get it. Trying to beat a team twice in a season, revenge here. I'm so aware of that stuff. I usually love betting those type of angles. I just don't think the Bills are good. The Bills were dead at home versus Cincy. They got lucky that all those turnovers started to happen at the end of the game. I didn't think the Bills looked good in that game. I don't think the Bills have looked good in a lot of these games. They looked horrendous in certain spots, especially on the road. They've looked absolutely miserably bad. I'm not a big Josh Allen guy. I think there's certain games where he's a little out of control. Did it work last week? Sure. I don't know, guys. I like New England to win the game outright. I get it. Josh Allen seems like the Bills' year now that the Chiefs are really struggling. Ravens are struggling. Kind of seems like finally, the horizon is all clear. Smooth sailing ahead for the Bills to maybe get a Super Bowl. So I get the revenge factor and everything that's on the line with seeding. I just don't understand how. I just don't get the line. So maybe I'm wrong on this game, but I do kind of like the Patriots in that one. Let me go back to the NFL here though. Ravens and Bengals. Can't remember what I said in the picks video. I want to say I said the Bengals. I'm like 99. You guys can always let me know in the comments if you're watching this live. I'm 99.9% sure when I put out the video earlier this week, I said Bengals. But the more I think about this, the more I think about the weather. And after that Joe Burrow press conference, like, what is that? And so people around Joe Burrow that are close in his life, they got to reach out to Joe Burrow, man. That wasn't a football press conference, in my opinion. That's like, he's got some mental issues going on, like outside of football, like bigger than football stuff. So the people around Joe Burrow got to like go ask him, like, are you okay, bro? Because I think that was really alarming. That did not look good to me. Completely outside of football. That's like, man, he's not really a happy guy right now. So hopefully something crazy doesn't happen there. I like the Ravens here. I like the Ravens here a lot. I mean, what are we doing? This is going to be really, really cold. The Ravens happen to play in a horrible division to where as long as they take care of business the rest of the way, they're absolutely going to win the division still and make the playoffs. I love the Ravens here. I think the odds, money starting to come in on the Ravens. We can look at betting splits in this one. Pop over to here to pick it. Go down here and we can see, it's a massive, massive public underdog here with the Cincinnati Bengals. Look at the money on the spread. 67% of bets on the spread right now on the Bengals, only 37% of the money. Definitely a sharp square split there in terms of the Ravens side. Now, I know with odds like this, a lot of the handle is going to be on the money line and not the spread, but that'll start to change now that we have a +3 out there. Now the spread is going to start making up most of the handle. And that is low-hanging fruit. That looks like bait to me. It looks like a trap to me. Cincinnati looks good. The Ravens look miserable. I know there's talk about the locker room in Baltimore kind of in a bad place. That scares me. But the Steelers game was rigged. I thought they looked just fine against the Steelers. The Isaiah Likely touchdown overturn call was completely BS. And then the Ravens also had a key turnover where Aaron Rodgers got intercepted. And they said he came down with the ball and had possession. The fact that they gave that to Rodgers but didn't give the touchdown to Likely, a handout, horrible interception by Lamar Jackson on the sideline. There was a lot of stuff that went really, really, really wrong for the Ravens, and they still had a chance in that game. I thought they started to move the football. It seemed like the offense kind of came back to life, and that was in a divisional game that usually is nastier than this one. This is divisional too, but it's not as nasty as Steelers and Ravens. Usually that's the low-scoring, nasty game if you want to look at long-term sample sizes. I love the Ravens here. I think you could look at Ravens alt spreads. I think they might kill him. This is a Derrick Henry game. You got to get back to Henry. It's going to be cold weather, running the ball, mix in a couple of runs with Lamar Jackson, even though he's not 100%, is what it is now. It's desperate time. You got to start winning these games. And if you just look at the future schedules between them and Pittsburgh, because that's who's going to win the division. It's not Cincy. It's not the Browns. Is it the Steelers or is it the Ravens? Well, they got to play each other one more time. Hard to beat somebody twice. Talked about that with the Bills scenario. I believe it's more true in this scenario. So I think the Ravens will beat Pittsburgh the second time around. They were clearly the better team in their last matchup. I like them to win here. I think they're going to handle business. I think the Ravens can actually win out. I think it's a buy low spot on the Ravens, an ultimate buy low spot on the Ravens. I'll even say, I mean, like crazy buy low. Just play the money line here. You don't have to get involved with the -2 if you don't have to. I'm totally cool with the -2. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I gave out Bengals in my initial picks video, and I like the Ravens. I like the Ravens a lot in this game. And you could look at the over, but the total scares me here because if it is a Derrick Henry game, if they go back to what's been working, if it is cold weather, if T. Higgins situation is T. Higgins situation, Joe Burrow looking like he's a depressed little spoiled teenager in his press conference, a Ravens defense that's like at an all-time low and kind of is a decent matchup for this game. I'd be hesitant to look. If the Bengals show up, if Joe Burrow, maybe he was just having a bad day and wanted some attention, then if we get an A game out of Cincy here, then yeah, it's going to go over the total. But I'm worried that the time of possession, it's going to be long drives, 8, 9, 10-minute drives by the Ravens, resulting in touchdowns. I'd be more confident with the Ravens to get over their team total than to bet the entire game to go over. Even though since he's at home, I just think that Bills game just broke their back. That was deflating, man. That was deflating. Their season was cooked anyway. It's basically cooked now. It's cooked. Let's be honest. It's absolutely cooked. That was the last little bit of life, man. Maybe to go to Buffalo in a snow game and play spoiler, and then to just absolutely hand the game over at the end. I don't see him getting up off the mat. Ravens very much alive to go on a run here, to literally go deep into the playoffs. The AFC is not scary this year. Probably no Chiefs. The Bills don't have a defense. They're overrated beyond belief. I still don't trust the Patriots. I definitely don't trust the Broncos. All the really nasty, scary teams are in the NFC. I think you could bet on the Ravens to win the whole thing, man. So I did want to go ahead and briefly bring that up too and look at futures here. I wanted to suggest something you guys to look at, and that is Baltimore absolutely to make the playoffs here at plus 185, almost 2-1 odds there. Definitely wanted to bring that up, and definitely something to consider, man. Definitely something to consider. Next game, Browns Bears, same, all the same as before. I really don't have a different opinion changed on that one. Arizona, I like it to plus 10. I think the Texans are fake good. They've gone on a huge run here. Now their stock is all-time high after they slayed the Dragon and beat the Chiefs. Who are the Texans to lay 10 points? Absolutely not. I'll go with the Cardinals in that one. Can't remember what I gave out in my video. Chargers and Chiefs. This is where I have another change. You guys saw the big rant. This is Dan's rants. Yes, I go on rants. I was very negative towards the Chiefs, and for good reason. That was just a gutless, just unbelievably pathetic effort. If you come up short, you come up short. At least try. I love the Chiefs here. I love Kansas City here. I think they're going to blast the Chargers. Chargers off a short week. The quarterback's got a broken freaking hand. They don't impress me. The Chargers always charger at the end of the year. The Chiefs are still at home. I mean, how many games have they lost here now in a row? I mean, it is unbelievable how many games. You're telling me they're going to drop another one? And if you want to look at it, you know what I'm about to bring up? I mean, this is concerning as well. Not quite as bad as the Bengals betting splits. No, it is really bad. It's actually way worse. 69% of the bets on this spread. Almost 70, call it 70. 7 out of 10 wagers placed on this game on the spread have come on the Chargers. Only 13% of the money? The money line splits similar. Kansas City undoubtedly is the sharp side here. I like it. I like Kansas City. I'll lay the 5 points. I think they could win by double digits. I mean, you just got to take out the frustration. An overrated Chargers team with a quarterback that literally might not make it through the entire game. Look, I thought the Chiefs looked okay. Andy Reid, for whatever reason, in a tie game, went for it on their own 30-yard line, gave away the game right there. All the drops from Rice and Kelsey, horrendous. Besides like that, I wasn't like totally looking at the Chiefs like they were helpless. They just fundamentally looked like they were just having a tough day, and some of the coaching decisions were beyond any of my mind control. So if it was just a clean game, and not even like they went in a Superman mode, if the Chiefs just played clean, aka like didn't go for an unnecessary fourth down and maybe had like half of the drops, not even to totally clean it up, just like less drops, and without that fourth down, they were going to win the game easy. So yeah, I'm cool with the Chiefs. I think they win. I think they cover. And we have a massive public underdog. And it's not like I'm a Chargers hater. We bet Chargers in premium. I went 3-0 Monday night. I had the Chargers, and then we made 2 live bets at halftime. So I'm dialed in with games that involve the Chargers. I like the Chiefs here. Washington, New York. Yeah, same stuff. Philly and the Raiders. So the line movement is kind of spooky in this game. It was like 10.5, 11, 12. There was even a 13, and then it was way back down again. Now it's just kind of no man's land. I think it'll probably just hang out right around 11. Obviously, there's a little bit of variance between the books. I like the Eagles. Kind of the same thing as the Chiefs here. You just got to take out your frustration eventually. And I know the Raiders, after some of these spooky rigged decisions, like that Broncos game. By the way, I was all over the Raiders, over the Broncos to cover in that game. Not going to say I told you so because of how it ended, but I told you so because of how it ended. You just can't bet giant public sides like that. Yeah, I like the Eagles here. I think the Eagles could absolutely kill them. And this is where weather has just made my decision a little more firm on this. It's going to be cold. This is outdoors. This is a buy low spot on Philly. I'm not worried about Jalen Hurts for once. Max Crosby, if they can figure out like one guy to take care of, then I think the Eagles have success. And you don't even have to put the pressure on him. Just go back to Saquon. This is a cold weather, run the ball, and rely on this amazing Eagles defense to eat this Raiders team alive. I don't think the Raiders team scores 10. So if they're not scoring 10, can the Eagles play halfway decent? Absolutely. I think the Eagles can get right here. I think it's a buy low spot on the Eagles. I think betting the Eagles to win the entire Super Bowl right now isn't a bad wager. They're still going to win their division, in my opinion. And yeah, they're going to be off to the races. I don't know, man. This is still a really good roster. Lane Johnson should be back when it really counts. I like the Eagles here. As long as this is under 14, I don't know how you could even consider the Raiders. So I like a super buy low spot with the Eagles. I think we get some good offense from them. Run it with Saquon. Old school, typical football. Beat up on these Raiders. Raiders don't want any part of outside cold football right now, especially with Geno back in the mix. Yeah, I like the Eagles there. Probably go Jets in that next one. Lions, Rams. This one's actually kind of tough. Feels kind of like maybe a sneaky Lions cover, a sneaky backdoor Lions cover. Maybe the Lions completely show up and win the game outright. The total, it's super crazy high, but there's no way I could bet an under with these two teams. Yeah, I think my opinion on that game is pretty much the same. Colts, Seahawks. God, I know the quarterback situation, but 14 people. Let's look at some betting splits, man. Let's pop back over here. Let's look at betting splits in this one. Are people just absolutely drooling over the Colts? Yes. Or over the Seahawks? Yes, they are. 81% of the money. Yeah, I got to take 14. You're going to make me bet on this game right now. I'm going Colts plus 14. Sprinkle on the money line. I mean, the NFL, man, some of these games that look shady, that look like they have outside influence, it's just to get people talking. And man, if Phillip Rivers starts for the Colts and they win in Seattle, the NFL is going to be like throwing a party for the type of ratings and just, storylines for the media to talk about all week. And are the Colts back in this? Are Colts a Super Bowl contender now? Phillip Rivers look good. Like, I can see it. And because of how good the Seahawks defense has been, because of how elite they look, if we can get a 5 out of 10 Phillip Rivers performance and then a typical Andy Dalton total dud, I don't know. I don't think it's impossible. This minus 1,000 is going to be in everybody's parlay. Tennessee, San Fran. Again, last week I was all over the Titans. Told you guys they'd probably win the game outright. Now I'll go against them. Now I'll flip back to the other side. I think you got to look at San Francisco here. Healthier than they have been mostly, especially on offense. Can Tennessee keep up? Probably not. Probably not. And if it turns into just a give the ball to Christian McCaffrey and grind this thing out, win by 13, 14 and get out of there, I'd go with San Fran. Bet Rivers offering a minus 11. That's what I would go with. Panthers, Saints. sort of the same thing there as what I said before. Packers, Broncos, pretty much the same thing I said before. Now that this total, though, which I think was 41 when I did my video, now up to 43.5, I'd probably go under the 43.5. It is going to be rather warm, though, despite all these cold weather games I've been talking about. Surprisingly, this Denver game is actually going to be kind of nice. I just really like the defense is the best from both sides. Still can't trust Green Bay. I still can't trust my own team. I'd probably go with an under. Vikings, Cowboys. I don't know about this one. Again, all of the Vikings last week did bet it in premium. Got a +1.5 there. Won the game with ease. I get it. Cowboys defense has improved. There's still a lot of talent for Minnesota. I like the Vikings here. You're going to give me 6.5. Give me the points. Give me the Vikings. Maybe the Cowboys escape, win with a 58-yard field goal, something crazy like that. But they got a good defense too. Yeah, 6.5. Too many, man. Too many. I like the Vikings in this one, and then of course the Dolphins. I gave out the Dolphins. When I think I went on a pretty good rant about this particular matchup and the Steelers in general, how the Steelers are just horrible. Steelers are a god-awful football team, more than fortunate to beat the Ravens. Completely rigged fake game. I think the Dolphins probably win the game outright. That spread has come down as well. It was a 4.5. So shout out to everybody who bet the Dolphins early at 4.5. I think I might know somebody who did that. Yeah, now it's down even 3 on DraftKings. So when do you buy back on the Steelers? You don't. You just don't. If you got in on the Dolphins early enough and you can even get a 3.5 or 4.5, it's a pretty good ticket to have. Anything less than that, I think you just kind of pass on the game overall. So you hope the Giants don't F up the number 1 pick. Yeah, that's kind of true. Yeah, I kind of like Washington in that game, so I think you'll be good. I think you'd be good to go with that one for sure. So yeah, there's the rundown, guys. I think that makes a lot of sense. Like I said, Ravens futures bets, Eagles futures bets. I think it's a good buy low on all 3 teams. Chiefs, Ravens, and Eagles all kind of make sense to me this week. What doesn't make sense is this game right here. I kind of like the Patriots. I'm kind of liking the Patriots, man. And hey, maybe some more Bills money will push this thing. I'm in no rush. I can wait until 12:30 on Sunday. If a +3 pops up, man, you got to look at New England, man. I mean, really? The Bills, they're just so fortunate. And maybe it's just their year. Maybe it's just their year to continuously pull rabbits out of their hat and they're going to win the whole thing, whatever. I don't think so, but there's a lot of eyes on this game and just looks like kind of a trap being set here. Sometimes these books just create fake steam on these lines to try to get everybody to buy into the line movement. I'm cool with being contrarian and being on the non-public side. That's why I've been destroyed. That's why I've lost a lot of my bets over the last couple of weeks. Yeah, I mean, you want to look at 5 years of betting, tremendous money made. The last few weeks, it's been really tough. A lot of the square, obvious bets are coming through. And when the easy, big public, like when this, 1 + 1 = 2, like those type of wagers, when those are actually winning, I'm going to be having a ton of trouble. So I think this week, man, things get sharp from here on out. I think we see some kind of more predictable NFL football. I'm really excited for the rest of the year, to be honest. I did really, really exceptional last year, the last few weeks of regular season into the playoffs, just one on repeat. So after a tough little skid. So maybe it's the exact same thing from last year. Hopefully go on a huge run. Like I already said in today's video, this is the most bets I've ever sent out, guys. The most bets I've ever sent out on the text list. So if you want to know all the wagers I've placed this week, already placed a ton of them, already sent out a ton of them. There's going to be a ton more. If you want all those, you can hop on. Just grab the weekly package just to get all those. $70 will let you know everything I bet for an entire week, every sport. So consider that with the link in the description. But yeah, I kind of like the Patriots here. And that's really the whole rundown. You guys can put any question you want in the comment section below. I'll definitely respond back to it. And I just don't know if I'm missing anything. I wanted to just run through, like I said, a couple of my picks have changed. Some of them are the same picks, but I feel better about them. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I don't know if anything's changed for college football. Where are these playoff games? I think it's week 18, right? We got the big games. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I'll have to do another college football video, maybe with some updated picks there. But yeah, that's it, man. I'm like this right now. I'm itching, man. I'm absolutely itching to get to Sunday and Monday because yeah, this is when I just take over, man. You want to talk about a buy low? I am in a buy low spot. I'm with the Chiefs. I'm with the Eagles. I'm with the Ravens. We're all in a buy low. We're all in a buy low spot. So I'm ready, man. Let's go. If you're a hater on the channel, load up the comment section. Like, this is your chance. It's very rare that I struggle like this. So at least take advantage of the opportunity. Load up the hate, as much negativity as possible. So when I come on here Monday with the final results, it's like, bam, you know what I'm saying? So I can't wait, man. And I have the bet slips. I'll have skin in the game. I'll have all the proof in the pudding for you guys. So look forward to the recap after the weekend. And look forward to that college basketball video for Saturday. I'm not going to bet any of it. I've struggled with college hoops so far. Well, struggled. I'm 4-6, not a huge deal. But it's just a little, it's still a little bit erratic. Try to, wiggle, dip my toes in the water, get a little bit of action. I've been watching a lot of the games, but the results, still got to let another few weeks go by and let these teams really settle in to their true self and really find out who these teams are. In my opinion, right now, college basketball is just still too chaotic to be wagering. So going to lock back in on football, finish football strong, then jump over to college basketball just like I typically do. But I'll still have a video out for Saturday with my pick on every game. I'll give out some free picks, like some official free picks. Yeah, let's cash some tickets, guys. I'll see you in the next video.